Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Shoaib Farooqi again. I welcome you to That's the Point. Today is another very informative video, another very good news for Pakistan energy sector I'm going to share with you in this video. Before I move forward, I request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, do share with your friends, colleagues and family members. So the topic of this video is offshore drilling in Pakistan. Yes, it is something which is not very much talked about, and this is not something which is we used to, as drilling professionals from Pakistan, discuss very frequently. But today is 3rd of June 2023, and Pakistan government through Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Resources going to announce the bidding round of new offshore blocks, and this is something very encouraging for professionals like me who are striving and trying their best to convey this viewpoint to the people in charge that drilling offshore wells can change, and discovery especially from an offshore well can change the fate of Pakistan energy scenario, and also it can bring a lot of fortune to the country. So this time, the government of Pakistan have recently attended offshore technology conference in Houston last month, and they were very well acclaimed presence and audience who interacted with our Minister of Petroleum and other officials who went there. Specifically, and the government have set up the booth for the first time, and the community, energy community from Pakistan have welcomed the delegation, and everybody contributed in their way to foster good results from this particular visit. This also gives me an opportunity to film this video and point out some very important points which have been going through and discussing in different forums. So Pakistan offshore new bidding round is divided into two blocks, which is one is the Indus block and one is the Makran block. Both are above 150,000 square kilometers, and there is a significant potential as far as the geology is concerned in these blocks, because in the nearby areas in the Bombay High and also in the Arabian Sea, there is a lot of offshore activities ongoing, and it is always a question mark that why Pakistan is not able to tap these resources, or is there resources either available or not. So for getting into those resources and need to exploit them, it is very important that we should know that either there is a presence of hydrocarbon or not. So in recent times and in the history suggests that there are around 18 wells which were drilled offshore blocks in Pakistan. Some are shallow water, some are mid shallow water, some are deep wells. All those wells were not commercially viable, and some people are say that they are not successful. The success of an offshore or any exploratory well dependent on different criteria. I'm not going to go into details, but the first and foremost thing that either the presence of hydrocarbon is there. The second, if the hydrocarbon is present, how commercially viable it is to produce from that reservoir. Either that reservoir is naturally flowing, or it will require a lot of artificial means to bring all those hydrocarbon reserves to the surface. So one thing is established, both the things have been established, that the presence of hydrocarbon is there. The second thing is that the reservoirs need more drilling to be done in order to exploit their real potential. So now in the slides or in the screen you will see that there are a number of blocks which are divided into three major categories: shallow, mid-size and deep water application. Most of they are deep waters, and I have shown in my presentation some maps as well, which are exactly giving you the locations of the wells which are drilled before in the past in the offshore basin of Pakistan, and the new blocks which are going to be launched in this month by the government. And the bidding will be conducted for the period of 5 months, and the result will be announced and the blocks will be handed over by December 2023. So it's a really significant development. So what are my message and important points which I want to highlight through this video? I'm going to shed light in next 3 minutes. Thank you for staying connected to this video. Don't leave. Watch it till last. Only 3 more minutes. I will shed some light on the important points. So as far as the offshore drilling is concerned, the water depths actually decide or enable you to decide which type of rig you're going to engage. So these days when we are going into offshore drilling ventures, the offshore activity is on the boom all around the world, and especially in the area where we are geographically located. There is a boom in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE, and also in Asia Pacific and in India as well. There are a lot of companies who are drilling offshore wells. So currently, if we compare an onshore and offshore application on a very layman term, the spread cost of drilling a well in Pakistan is for an onshore application is around $45,000 to $50,000, out of which around $20,000 to $22,000 is the rig rental. But if I go and hire a rig for an offshore application, currently the jackup rig, offshore rig, cost you around $100,000, a good rig, and a mediocre rig would cost around $90,000 a day. Those spread costs can touch and go up to around $200,000. So it is not an easy thing to do. It will have a lot of commercial implications, technical implications, and the risks of failure and success are both higher. So my advice is always to the government of Pakistan is that it will be great if the national oil companies can go into these ventures, but they should not be hiring rental rigs. There should be a consortium of oil companies, and Pakistan should buy at least 1 or 2 drilling units of their own, and then it can be governed on the bareboat charter and can be given to the companies who can be very good in managing offshore operations. So this is the first and foremost thing, and this will help us reducing our cost, and this will enable us to drill more, because there are opportunities. We have been trying to bring in FDIs in this sector since long, especially in the offshore drilling, but there is not much data available for the companies to come in and try their luck when there is an activity around you which is very progressive. So people will be very cautious to come in. But you know, the efforts have been great. Today when I am speaking, I'm sure that we will attract some foreign companies to come into this sector and try their luck. With all the history we have, with all the data we have, and all the expertise we have within Pakistan. So Pakistan, whenever there is an offshore drilling, we are not dependent to bring in people from outside. I think we Pakistanis are working all around the world, and we are very much trained in this sector. The second most important point is that we need to look into the aviation sector when it comes to offshore drilling, because in the last campaign we have faced a lot of challenges when it comes to taking the crew through choppers and other means to the rig site. The aviation industry and the aviation perspective of Pakistan when it comes to handling offshore applications is the thing which need to be looked in. The third thing is definitely our port operation, because our port operation is not used to dealing with such scenarios, and there are such scenarios which comes maybe in a period of 3 to 5 years once. So we are not used to handling port operation when it comes to offshore drilling. So these are the 3 very important points which need to be taken into consideration with all the good things being done so far with our industry, and through this platform, that's the point. My wishes for all of the people who are involved in getting this thing done for Pakistan, because trying is dreaming, and trying is the key to success. So we should try our luck, and definitely will find our fortune in the waters of Pakistan. Thank you for being connected with That's the Point. If you like the video or if you want to have any question, do write in your comments and do share this video if you feel sharing is worth for your family, colleagues and friends. This is Shoaib Farooqi signing off from That's the Point. Allah Hafiz.